Greetings, everyone. Phil Sharaku at your service here, and today we're gonna continue our venture through Final Fantasy 14. Think I better make sure I do the event first and foremost before I continue this, though. I don't want to miss out on it. At least with this account. That's what we'll do. And there they are. You ought to be there. Greetings, sir. Pray forgive my presumption, but you are an adventurer, yes? You've the unmistaken air of the worldly sort. Courageous, diligent, hardworking, and generous with your time, I should hope. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on something. Alright. Ugh. I am Oliver, and I serve as one of the many attendants at the Manderville Gold Saucer. The famed Make It Rain campaign is currently underway, and we are come to Oda to promote the festivities. If we wish to spread word of it more thoroughly, however, we will require extra support, namely yours if you are so inclined. Alright, let's go. Wonderful! It's a great help to us, truly. Pray meet me at the Gold Court, and I shall give a more detailed account of the circumstances. I believe our collaborators are scheduled to perform there shortly. Now, where are ya? Oh, we're taking the long way. Alright. Okay. I'll just try to ignore that. Ah, you've arrived. Ere I begin with explanation, I think it's best to let you first experience this year's main attraction. People, lend me your ears. Allow me to present my dear friends, come all the way from the far east. These are the Globetrotter Otters, this year's ambassadors to the Gold Saucer. We bid you join us for the ongoing Make It Rain campaign, where merriment abounds and dreams are made manifest with mounds of MGP. Where you wish to play the Caxbox, race chocobos, or try your hand at mahjong, there is fun for one and all at the Manderville Gold Saucer. Aww. Beep, 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 beep. Ah. Adorable. Writing stuff on my end. Oh, sorry. If we go to the Gold Sauce, we may encounter more of those furry little gentlemen. I suppose it has been a while since my last visit. The ARR performing there is Mistress Ajiza. Ajize? She and her other companions hail from the far eastern nation of Naxia. I'm told Lord Manderville owed her people a great debt. 'Twas he who invited her troop to lead our campaign this year. An apt choice, for they dazzle and delight passerbys with their performance. Our promotional efforts are here at the Gold Court are all well and good. We have had the hands to cover as much ground as we initially envisioned. As such, I thought it prudent to seek out a trustworthy adventurer who could guide one of the otters around town. That's gotta get people excited. Ah, this must be our assistant. We are most delighted to meet you. I'm Al Ajisai. And this here is my friend Usosuke. Ah, Japanese names. And isn't this Grand Usosuke? Bill here is taking you to Roma City. Brr, brr. Beep, 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 beep. Aww. Oh, mush his face so much. You say he seems a trustworthy sort? My, that's rare high praise coming from you, and quite rare besides. No. I'm sorry, say that again? I was distracted by your adorable otter. I imagine he would. I can scarcely blame you. Their round little eyes, their precious waggly tails, their damp fuzzy heads. Oh, it's all so wondrous. You see, for generations, my home village has lived in harmony with otters. I've spent my entire life with them. I am well accustomed to their speech and mannerisms. In fact, Mistress Ajise is an avid conservationist who has dedicated her life to protecting the otters and their habitats. A portion of the proceeds from this year's campaign will go towards Naxian otter preservation efforts. That they will. It is precisely why I wish to bring as many patrons as possible to this saucer. Their support and yours may save countless otters, so your cooperation would be most appreciated. Leave it to me. Let's do it. For promotional purpose, we have prepared your uniform and special backpack, not like the ones Mistress Alija and I are wearing. When you are ready, just say the word and I shall present you with raiments you require. Right. Now let's see how it looks on this character. Are you ready then? Excellent. Once you have donned your uniform and backpack, pray accompany Master Usosuke as he makes his rounds of the steps of Da. This is Usosuke. I'm just gonna call you Uso. Is possessed of a keen instinct for locating crowds. But given the limits of his vocabulary, we'd like for you to speak in his stead and inform patrons of the Ghost Saucer's Mirage wonders. Alia and I have a meeting to attend, but once we have finished, we mean to canvass the steps of Nald with the rest of Globetrotter otters in search of potential patrons. May the Kami of Fortune see fit to bless us both. Now, be a good little otter for Bill, Uso. And seriously, I'm just gonna call you Uso. Beep. Still adorable. Do keep a sharp eye on Master Uso, my friend. Alright, let's dress for success. Yep, I know all this one. Bam! I can totally see him sleeping in this. And still be intimidating. Oh my, what a precious little darling you are. Where did you come from? Aww. Oh, Mother, look, isn't he sweet? I think he's trying to tell us something. I see. So they're having a festival at the Gold Saucer? Will there be more adorable animals like him wandering about? Uh, There's ooh, their mascot, their mascot's a lovable, huggable Sabatender. That sounds like a dream come true. I'd like to see it all for myself. Can we go to the Gold Saucer, Mother Dearest? Can we? We'll need to consult your father about it. He did recently bring up the subject of taking more family outings, though, so I doubt he'll refuse. No. What? Thank you so much for finding us. If I see you at the Gold Star, I'd love to spend more time with you. Beep, beep, beep. So adorable. Uso skitters off in search of prospective patrons. Follow him to help spread word of the Make It Rain campaign. A mastery woven tuxedo. Dapper enough to charm fashion aficionados, yet versatile enough to please even the sartorially challenged. Who are you, my diminutive debonair, and who are you wearing? Beep, 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 beep. Well, I've not seen a classy creature in all my days. Have you some business with us? We should have a safe. Ah, yes, the Make It Rain campaign. Lord Godbert always did have a penchant for dressing his mascots in dignified raiments. And I see you're dressed in some striking accoutrements as well. Tell me, as an aficionado of all things fashion, what might I gain from going to the Gold Saucer? Of course, you need garments. Give me a moment. Got something to do. Gotta. Is that right? I normally have no interest in gaudy amusement parks, but that sounds rather promising. Perhaps worthy experiencing for myself. Huh. Get another look. Thank you, my fuzzy little gent. Have given me a fresh new perspective on the saucer. And that tuxedo is absolutely flawless, I must say. Aww. Hold on. Sorry, just covering a few things. Dang it, words. Okay. We're in a search of potential. Uso sets off once more in search of potential patrons. Follow him to his next destination. Does he have an earring? Oh, he does. That outfit's awfully familiar. Let me guess. Something's afoot at the Gold Saucer. Uh, yeah. Ah, so the Make It Rain campaign's return, eh? Haven't been to the saucer in an age, but I really ought to change that. We owe much and more to Lord Godbert, after all. Was there something else you personally help you with? The three of us were Alamegans refugees, you see. The average Yuldad didn't take so kindly to us, and despite our best efforts, our job prospects were, oh, dang it, were slim to none. But Gobbard Manderville changed all that. He hired the three of us and more to help build his gold saucer. I don't suppose your companion's succeeded was based on senior saboteurs, was it? Free? Senior Sabotender is a favorite of mine. Him and all he represents. Construction of saucer started soon after the calamity. In those days, Mood's aftermath haunted every waking moment of our lives. Yet, despite it all, there was an old Lalafellan man among the workers who loved nothing more than to make us laugh. Every day he'd think up some new dance or pose to lift our spirits. Some called him eccentric, but none could deny the joy he brought us. After our work was done and the saucer was built, old Gobbert sought that man out and dubbed him the first senior Sabbatender. Even now, even if it's not the same man in a suit, I can't help but grin when he strikes his famous pose. It ain't much of my business anymore, but keep on spreading that joy to others, just like our friend did. Any road. Didn't mean to talk your ear off. I'll let you get back to it. And don't you worry, we'll find time to visit the saucer. Just the sound of makes it less serious, but still, oh. With his rounds complete, Uso strolls off in the direction of the Gold Court. It would be it would be best to convene with him and report to Ajise. Oh, I got it right this time. All right, we're done with the fashion sense. A warm welcome back to you, Master Shiroku. Your time is impeccable. Ajise and I are just returned from the steppes of Nald. I dare say our expeditions were a resounding success. Welcome back. I must extend. I must extend my thanks to you once again for accompanying dear Uso. You ought to thank Bill as... Hmm? Does something trouble you, Uso? Aww. You wish to learn Senior Sapatender's famous pose? What inspired this all of a sudden? Did aught occur during your rounds? Ah, so this is the way of it. I imagine Uso yearns to uplift others in the self-same spirit Senior Sapatender. A noble desire that, and one that can feasibly be arranged. I shall speak with Lord Godbert and request the tutelage of our current Senior Sabatender. Tender? Our patron has thrived thanks in part to his efforts, after all. Master Uso's continued endeavors will be a boon to guests and staff alike. Aww. Isn't that wonderful, Uso? We may never have made this We would never made this discovery without your assistance, Bill. I'm in your debt. Well then, I believe it's high time we made our way to the gold saucer. Pray meet us there at your earliest convenience, Master Shiryoku. Your reward awaits. Oops, too far. Ooh, while I'm here, let's do our usual. Let's see if I can gain some prizes. Wait. Yay! Gambling! Don't worry, it's just the cactus pot. Ooh, 7. Oh. Okay. Okay. Going for low numbers. Our best chance is here. Well, it's something at least. One more go. And go. Ooh, yes. It's a lot. Did I? I completely missed. Ah. Ah, there you are. Allow me to express my thanks for you spending time with Master Uso. He and his fellow Globetrotter owners took their posing lessons most diligently. Our current senior sabatender was quite impressed with the results, just as I'm sure our clientele will be. What's more, I am pleased to report that this year's promotional campaign is proving incredibly profitable. It pays to take the gold saucer directly to Uda, so to speak, and you were an invaluable asset to our success. In recognition of these efforts, Lord Gobbert has expressed interest in personally presenting you with your reward. Allow me to take you to him. The wearing shorts like usual. Bill, welcome, my friend, to the Gold Saucer. Ollier tells me you have done us a great service, promoting our campaign with aplomb. As you can see, the saucer's teeming with satisfied guests. And so, in the spirit of innovation with which I pride my craft, it is my great pleasure to bestow upon you my newest masterpiece. Behold. Aww. Cute. Ha. I present to you Senior Otter, a mammoth crafted in the likeness of our friend Uso. This miniature globetrotter and the backpack we entrust to you earlier are yours to keep. As Ollier may have mentioned, I pledged to invest a percentage of our profits into otter preservation efforts, and we are off to a most heartening start. On behalf of all involved, you have my heartfelt gratitude. The Gold Saucer is and shall ever be a place of merriment for all who enter, which is why I should hope you can expect your patronage as well. Until then, know that we eagerly await your next visit. Out of curiosity, did I do the big ticket? Wouldn't hurt. And done. Golden Globetrotter. I'm, I'm pulling you out. There you go. Wait, no. There you go. No. Well, let's check out the big one. See if I did. If not, I'll just get it. Round scared? No, that wasn't it. No. Event square? Was it? Is it here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here. Dang, where is it? Oh, come now. $15 out of that. Okay. Well, I know it's somewhere around here. Might as well set this as favored. Come on, I know it's somewhere. There. That's Mahjong. Freaking Mahjong. I don't even know how to play Mahjong. Don't tell me it's from the other side. Oh, it is Mahjong. Ah! I found myself back at Mahjong again. There it is. Jackpot board. Why did it take me forever? Oh, I already did it. Okay, so I just need to wait. Oh, well, with that, I'm going to get started on the main quest. We definitely put it off long enough. Now, thank you, Bill. A barrier is no easy thing, even when the party is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name's Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungus, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good sister Ursun herself? Ursun? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the lick keeper, Marquise. I swear to the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. Yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'll just get that money piece. Hmm. And in comparison to my... How is this weaker? Wow. Sister Urson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own. And it's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, could not be she, could she? Could it? Hmm. I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy and see if you cannot glean something from him about Arson's activities. Oh, we're taking the long way. Fun. Of course we're taking the long way. Just gotta prepare for stabby stabby. Oh, wrong way. Walking, walking, walking. Ah, maybe I should have used a chocobo. This would have been faster. Ah, well. No. Yes. It goes around randomly inviting people. Alright. Well, if I'm gonna invite people, it's only if I'm gonna be on my streams. Before that, I need to actually make a free company. No. Well, we'll hit that road when I get there. Let's see if there's any repairs to be done. Please help. Sister Ursa went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here. And about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing. She went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Oh. Alright. Time for stabby stabby. Stab! Okay, let's help her out. Oh. You're the one from the church? Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours to yet to eat again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Are you looking at me weird? We're doing the long way? No, this time we're using a chocobo. There we are. Here, this will make it faster. It only cost me 15 gil. Ooh, I got a fun idea. Ninja! Aww. Sister Ursa was attacked outside the Gold Bazaar. Gods for Fen, I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans? and risk her own well-being in doing no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Dankard would have us believe. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the other matter at hand. Dankard came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amaja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Oh, hmm. That's the same, I guess. There you are, Thancred. Ah, there you are. Well, we were thinking the same. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Urson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Almalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as the encampment, but, well, let's say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Bill. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I'd much prefer to keep an eye on things from here. Go and take a bow inside, would you? Alright, here we go. Time for a stabby tab! And here's another stabby stab! Now we hide. Here a leaflet. That was easy. Yeah. Backstab. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? It, strange slip of parchment found at Malja's encampment in eastern Thunderland. This leaflet, see the wealth of now to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naudhal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Right, take this to the inn at Camp Drive and let's see what Sister Ursa makes of it. Let's just teleport there. It's faster. Oh, now let's see what Sister Ursa makes of this leaflet. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Here you go. What is this? Blasphemous, these are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Who would do such a thing? The plot thickens. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I should consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. I'm gonna ignore that. Alright. Way. This way. Posing as a priest, to think! These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again. I shall keep my ears and eyes open. Now, more than ever. False priest. Alright, let's catch our fake. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any of it at this camp give me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more incidents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Bill and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope this will yield us the answers we seek. It'll be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and sloths should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen. What? Listen. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isilborn has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. It feels like I need a better way on this thing. I want you to don the old garments Isilborn has lent us. Okay. Hmm? And you are? Another refugee, by the looks of it. Your mortal flames have neither work nor coin for your life. Be gone, and see it to you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I pray the teachers Azemia, the warden, has thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom. Azemia is a keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Okay. Just like a weird setup. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Perhaps you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. Hmm. No, they're upstairs, huh? How do you, there. What is it? God, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind but out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Ugh. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out here so I can finish my story. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance. The campus abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to track our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let's go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. What a shocker. Oops. I lost track of myself there. Oh, a fine day for catching false priests, would you say? You look absolutely smashing. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our query to appear. Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nadal, and I come to offer you succor. The sleevelet bears the teachings of Nod. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you have made a god's awful mummer, Ungus. What? How do you know? You bastards tricked me. Yeah, I haven't unlocked Chocobo. I have to do it at like level 30. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Almaja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of course. Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Malja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the whole full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. Oh, what did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a scar of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess that our world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Yeah, no. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about what that, I swear it. At this stage, I'd rather disinclined to believe that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Alright. Phil, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I should prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Oh, you. Oh, great. I can't sell these. That's better. The Waking Sands. Thank you for those Vesper Day tickets. We need to start 3 levels before it. Oh, wait. Gotta go inside. Well, let me go sell some items. Boop, boop, boop. I'll save you just in case. Oh, huh. We're sitting and he's the only one. Let's go on. Welcome back. I am pleased that you and Tancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Tancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amajin know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you met with acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubbly Potts. He's a scholar of no small repute. I'll say this takes me back, but I don't. To be honest, I can't remember much of the early quests. Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember much of it. I barely remember much myself. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in Central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. We're teleporting here. Shka? Who's upland and come to tent ring of Mutamix Bubble Pots? Nice smelling dagger? Fighty tool drinks in the airy self. When full of airy self, fighting tools changes to stony shine. Name a materia. Oh yeah, materia. If materia join with other fighting tool, then Big Eye's fighting tool gains power of air self. Airy self. Oh god. Mutabix is reckoning that Uplander's friend of Minfilia. Let's see. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power materia. Uplander brings fighting tool to Mutamix, yes? I gotta imagine how much effort it took the writers not to burst out laughing from this nonsense of dialogue. Fighting tools unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia, master. Now eyes of Uplander point at fighting tool, yes? Materia join with fighting tool. Fighting tool gains power of materia. Fighting tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighting tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. Yes, our Master Mutamix turned the dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joined our materia. Uplander best fulfill Brain's case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue class with learning ones of Mutamix. I think I did unlock it before. Let me check. Ah, I did. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. Okay, Alchemist, Weaver. Alchemist, Weaver, and then Smith. Alright, let's do it as a Alchemist then. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I'm well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it will be my pleasure to teach you. Level 19, huh? Oh, no one's level 19, so I'll keep this in the back burner. Oh, huh. As it says, derived from an individual's psyche, also velocible beast at the best of times. The degree of variance is to be expected in this production. In practice, this means you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, material won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to melt material. You can always seek others to attach material on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phoebus. Melding is her field of expertise. Yeah, got all the crafty stuff. Hmm. Now have all that extra material in there. All right, let's see. Hmm. Go do to unlock this dungeon at least. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Danaland lies Tali. It is there that you will find all excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some hundred years ago. Some hundred years past as a training ground for gladiators. Calamity laid rain into it, though, as it did most things. Now, Halatelli is a shadow of its former self. But in the dark of that shadow lurks wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. One such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skills and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames, so you'll see the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafa Johnny and near the entryway. And there's another one. Hmm. Welcome back. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not as easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, so make it your ally. Now it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Oh, so we're about to do this thing. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he's due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As for Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Till such a time as he does, he will be the sign's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him, such as his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the flame sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I'm not doing shit until I can actually get to this. Ah, your bill of Shirok of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lisbon aren't aware that their man Ungus has been exposed. When it comes to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. To the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please, make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more about the Malji plot if the mission succeeds. Let's make sure it does. This will totally go well. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Oh! Let's take the chocobo. Right, it's upstairs. This is a confusing part of the map. This saves my handset. There we go. Let the fight begin. Is the bait in place? Our man's in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the mileage up here. Yes, sir. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. So we got surrounded. Ah! I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Is that how you want to do this? Let's go. Time for stabby stabby. Hands on you. Really wish I had some AoE skills right now. Surrounding us. Cut their numbers. All right. Down a man. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. Oh. Oh no, we've been put to sleep. Bring him. I was wondering what was happening. There was so much going on. See you March. Well, keep in mind we're the only ones with the echo, so only we could have seen that coming. Greatest. Yeah, it would be, huh? Lizardmen marched us to the stronghold. They're preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish. They're gonna kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home. Hmm. They could be just knocked out. The Lizardmen claim they will soon bring us before Ifrit for tampering. All of us are as good as dead. Rejoice, heathens, for your worthless life shoots soon have meaning. This month, these waters feed into the marshes that drive them. Our short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have one free, seek out our comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. It will speed your way. Oh, a way out? Yeah. At least they gave us a reason. Let's see what happens when we go out. Oh, so we mean to go rescue our comrades? Hmm. All right. I fear the Malja mean to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die as a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Damn it all, a traitor in the flames. What has become of us? I'm sorry you were dragged into this. Were I a better judge of character, we wouldn't be in this mess. Ooh, we can do with the NPCs. Hmm. Or I could do this. Let's try it with NPCs. I'm sure I'll be fine. Excuse me. Plus, I wanted to test things out. I wanted to test out the newbie side of things after all the updates. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. At least this way I can read the cutscenes without problem. Whew. Even after all these years, this still looks bangers. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhood. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring these two as well. Yeah. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Well, pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. We're unaffected. Almighty Ifrit. My one true God. Your words are my bread. Well, ain't this a little uncomfortable? Impossible! By what source do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxed clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine aberrant kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Really? Bring it on. My flame shall consume thy flesh and soul. Okay. Such sweltering heat. Succumb to the inferno. Uh-oh. There's more eruptions. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. I sense a terrible power in that nail. Okay, let's get it out. No, you don't. Thy soul shall burn for eternity. Alright, try to hit me then. Okay, have a little glass. Braver. Ha! Yeah. Out on the stronghold. The blessing of light defies me. Oh, well, how about that? All right. Is that how it works? Hmm. I should probably change the color of that thing. Hmm. I'll figure that thing out later. All right. Just get a crystal. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by congregation of Amaja Zaliats. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Uh huh. Persistent lot. Ooh, you. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. Fortunately, these two. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe an apology. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a versatile baptism of fire, but let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Oh, and what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uda interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the Netherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we have achieved our primary objective. Yeah, I find that I am troubled by that adventure's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware of women in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Imagine if that was the entire cutscene for doing this thing. Glad they gave us duty support for that. Aye, there you are. Rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, Yamaja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use. To you or the adoptees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of our no ordinary individual. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust she shan't object to my bearings and tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Wakened Sands. When you are good and ready, we can discuss matters in more details then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Huh. The shade. Alright. I'm glad they give us Vesper Bay tickets. I'll be taking advantage of that. The Triumph the Hero returns. Banker told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Oh. Oh. My late arrival nearly cost Bill his life. I wasn't there when the Malju took him prisoner. I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Tancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Bill, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfili with your heroic exploits. Tancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can pay to our long investigation. As he suspected, the Malja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited in Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limzalum and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can be often traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. Is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form? Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are self-same, seldom and satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We not know why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share common traits. Meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, fe- my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The mortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you'll have a nary a moment to yourself. Uh, Whether she intended to or no, Ophelia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more incidents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us. I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives Louis saw would never have allowed this to happen? I have to be better. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Alright. Not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way to Eurasia. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without think of reward, confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have cheated a great deal in short time, and won fame in so doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, well, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Menphilia, radiant as ever. Oh, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Evert's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Bill's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know of this triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Ha, Tataru. Your reputation precedes you, Master Shiraku. It is no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join our strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace forever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Shiraku. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dread Pyramal, yours was already a respected name in Oda. Our people know you and love you well. Man of your talents belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Oda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for a maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of limbs to limits of the shores of glory. Ah, Lady Menphilia. Ah, very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, may have a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Laminza, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your endeavors. If you agonize over which of the company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. Yet I can see that is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the procedures, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing those addresses ought to help you to make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Bill hear our leader speak and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. Oh yeah, I gotta choose. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed. and not best suited to the discipline of military service. I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs to be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you'll be one man amongst many, a friend among friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no other better argument. Of course, joining one organization not mean leaving another. I hope that we continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you'll be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link prop with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of locations. Eorzea is changing, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. He'll apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Hmm, fun. Oh yeah, I should check out these bands. Oh yeah. Hey, we get a fun shield too. Yeah. Ah. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Quince Adder, will hold the first of the three services, and Elder Sidsir Khan Isana will deliver her address at Mikate's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the evolved parties, it is possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there's not much we can do about it, so make Grandania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Uda, where Flames General Raban Adin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Pyramid. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to stateroom in Limsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Marable Lofishian will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Xantho and he will admit you. Got all that? Off you go, then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record, impeccable timing, and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferable travel plans. Farewell. Bleh. Oh.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Thank goodness. This voice cutscene.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
You're excited to see them, huh?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood.
Oh.
When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on a bloody
highroads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Oh God, her voice.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
Follow
forest.
the elementals!
Yeah.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Cutscene. Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a natural warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent. have long been on friendly terms with the Gordanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gordanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelves were once grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gardanians like it or not, sooner or later it'll come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might be the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Alright, next up, Ulda. And that's a move, Whiplash. Ha! He would, wouldn't he? I definitely gotta change the color of that thing to something a little more appropriate.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well.
Ah!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold.
Is that where Ulda comes from? Old Dynasty?
Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ulda!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Huh. I didn't really do much with the bot's settings. I'll have to look into it in another time.
In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, The spirit of sacrifice which
Ha!
granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon?
Someone who actually, a Lollipop that actually looks her age.
People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Oh, if you're talking about fire, maybe a little talk with Ifrit would do. Heh.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Huh. The Uldars have a long history of conflict with the Malja, a beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldars do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. But have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smoldering his flames each time he is stoked to life? Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Udal has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Udal send their forces to smite the Primal. Though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be most welcome in addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Next part. Ugh. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick. The Admiral's due to give her address at any moment. Alright, last one.
The Galleons are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Oh, I just checked. It seems like the message was too long, so I'm going to have to edit that part. That's what got deleted for.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. A small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
Ooh.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt Pirate and Maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass? I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Minsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lamintians' backyard. And that is to say not of eternal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lomintians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive actions against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Oh. Alright, all done. Bill, this is Menphilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, will not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Hold on, where's the... Thank God they gave us these best rebate the Aetherite tickets. Welcome back, where the Grand Company leaves words as illuminating as you had hoped. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on this decision? Once your mind's made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Alright. Great, now we got picked. Meanwhile, duh.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
Right?
Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Wow, her voice was more whiny back then, huh? Who are these people?
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Oh, God.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Well, now it's time to choose. One man amongst many, a friend amongst them. Right, now I gotta choose. What do you think? Which one do you think I should choose? Alright, thoughts? I did Limbs Elemental on my main account, but I'm curious if I should try another one. Really? Hmm. That is an interesting place with it. Well, the main weapon is the spear, so... Uh, technically, I started with Ul'dah, so maybe I should try there. That was a thaumaturge. Eh, I think I'll try that then. I'll do the Ul'dah. Welcome back, Avenger. I take it General Raban's words kindle a fire within you. Excellent. I fear that the incident with the traitor may have soured your opinion of us. It glads me to see that this isn't the case. But before you would count you as one of your own, you must formally inducted into our ranks. Please proceed to the Hall of Flames and identify yourself to the personal officer. I'll notify him of your coming. With your strength joined to ours, we shall surely prevail over our enemies, be they beastmen or Imperials. Eh. Ugh. Yeah, apparently it's set to stop long postings. I'll edit that on the next stream. Sorry about that. Just keep the messages short or in multiples, I guess, for the time being, and I'll fix it afterwards. Hmm. So you're expecting me? Right? That's why I'm gonna have to edit it soon. Actually, in fact, let me do that right now. Take me a minute to comments gallery. In fact, I've been needing to change the elements gallery. Paragraph. Let's put a bit of a timer use. This here I can exclude all regular users for it, which is what it's set up to. I'll put to subscribers, so the lengthy ones is just for subscribers use. And let's see. Okay. Phrases. Unauthorized links. Yeah. Okay. Well, I set it to only subscribers to be able to do the long messages. So you should try it out now. Apparently 140 characters. Meantime, I need to figure out some overlays. Module, spam words, settings. Ah, let me change that then. I think that was the difference. About. All right, I have it turned off now. You should be good now. Something I gotta look up anyway while I'm at it. Chat. Edit text, follow recent donations, follow. Huh. Donation, cheer, follow, subscribe, user. Top bar, panel for socials. Dang it. I can't. Oh, here. Overlay chat. Text settings, enable impact line. Style, patient center widget. There you can use the color picker. Line height. Text shadow. Background color. Dang it. This one will require more work to work with. I'll look into that on my free time. So then we're suffering the colors. All right. We should be good now. Back to it. Now, in order to formalize your... Sir! Speak, Private. Imperial, sir. They're fired on High Wind Skyways airship. Scouts say that she's coming down to the west, near Horizon's edge. Bloody hells, of all the times for this to happen. Still, there's no time for formalities. The Mortal Flames need your help now. We're in the midst of a large-scale operation against the Malja, and we have no one to spare in Western Thanalan. You must go to the ship before the Garlands do. there are any survivors, see that they do not come to further harm. Now go. Whew. Once I join the Grand Company, I think I'm supposed to be able to unlock this test there. Here we go. Right on the edge of the fate. So quite literally. Let's go. Oh, we're starting with this. Garleans. Jeez. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Oh, your War of Flame sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Are you alright, sir? Our scouts reported the attack on your craft. We come to rescue you. Bill Sharrock, yes? Glad to have you with us. Well, that confirmed it. I have not seen a craft of this design before. That trader Garland has been busy. The secrets of Magitek are ours by right. They are not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. Uh-oh. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. They mean to take the ship back to Castra Meridium, along with your friend. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lawfell was hiding inside the tiny brown co. Nice looking ship, though not the best place to have taken shelter, I agree. It's the first airship we built since the Calamity, the first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first flight test. And she was soaring. She really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. We attack on my command. Kill them quickly and save the Lallaville if possible. Is that clear? Let's go! Ooh. Oh. Let's have some fun then. Charge! Runner attack! 2 arms! I should take out the ads. Now the archers. Alright. We'll dwindle them down. Oh. Reinforcements, I see. And all your left. Where are you going? Come on. I'll stab you straight until you can't walk anymore. Well, that was fun. Pigs! Wedge, you should have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look, anyway? Dogs here propose a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propel to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly them tiny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go. You still have unfinished business to attend to at the Hall of Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, though anyone who'd seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it had been for you and Mortal Plains lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Ooh. Like we'll have to call it quits soon. Let me just finish this mission and we'll be done for the time being. Welcome back. Word of your deeds in the field reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineers are fine. They are able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrive. Your willingness to assist us on short notice is to be commended. Clearly, your reputation is well deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you to the Immortal Flames? Alright. I think this is a good stop point for now. Jeez. I'm tired out. But I'm having fun for the case. I'll probably try to figure out that chat log a bit on the side. And hopefully get to do this real soon. And until next time,